Welcome back everybody to another video. Today, here with a Honda Pilot, we're gonna do a windshield washer fluid reservoir with the pumps, the whole deal. I'm gonna take you through step by step, show you what to do. We got it right here. Please like, share, subscribe, put a comment down below. Help me out on Patreon if you can, $1 a month. That's like 2 Starbucks coffees a year. And let's get into it. Part number for the tank, HO1288157. I also picked up new washer nozzles because they were pretty cheap. And I'm already working on the system, so why not? These are Dorman 58089. Step 1, pop your hood. So on these, there's a little clip. You pull the clip out this way, and then it just slides off. Now you're going to take a pair of pliers here, squeeze the black clips, and then push it through the hood. Once they're loose, then you just slide it out. Wipe the area here, just clean it up. Make sure you're pointing this the correct way. You slide in the wiener, get it like so. And you're gonna push down. It should click twice as both of those plastic clips grab onto the hood, and it shouldn't be able to just pull off it. So then you know you have it installed correctly. Grab this clip, click it over, give it a tug, make sure it doesn't come off. Do the same thing on this side. Reach over, put it on, click, give it a tug, it's good to go. There should be a clip right here that clips this to the front support here, but this thing's just in here flopping around. So when I put this back, I'm gonna have to find a clip that fits, and I'll show you what kind that is, just in case you're also missing it. We have the power steering reservoir and the radiator overflow in our way. There's a 10mm here, and there's a 10mm down there. So I'm gonna take this off, set this off to the side so I can get to the bolt down there. Now I can tilt this out of the way, and we can see that there's a 10mm down there on the left. And we have wiring here we have to disconnect. This model comes with 2 brand new pumps, a new seal for the level. We have 3 mounting points, one here on the side, and then the one on the top I already showed you. So we need to get to all 3 of those in order to get this thing to come out. We need to get into this area. Just to make my life easier, we're going to pull the tire off. 22mm socket. Take the lug nuts off, put the wheel on the floor. This inner fender liner has a 90°, comes in this way. So we need to remove this single 10mm, and then these clips with a flathead and a panel popper. Clip here, clip there, clip there. Probably take that one in the top middle is the last one there. Then along the fender we have a Phillips there and a Phillips there. After getting all those out, you slowly just sort of wiggle it out. There's areas of the metal that we need to get done. And I'm going to fold it over the brakes like so. And now I have direct access to the hoses here. And since this thing's like full, I have to go ahead and put a drip pan underneath to catch it all, or I'm going to have a soggy floor. Disconnect these lines the same way you disconnected the lines on the sprayers for the hood. Grab that, rotate it a little bit, and then pull it off. Oh yeah, feels so good. Unplug the level sensor right there. You just push the tab and pull it off. We're gonna go behind the fog light to get to the other two bolts. To get a flathead, you pry in here, and these little clips will pop out. There's two little indentions here to get the screwdriver. Then it will just pop out the rest of the clips. Now we can get in here, remove those two black bolts. These two black bolts are 8mm. Now we can see that bolt. Push the clip and remove the cabling from the fog light. Now you can see the 10mm on that side. You can see the 10mm there. Those are the last two things holding it in, besides the harness clips on the motors. The motor harnesses are super hard to get off, so I took them off. So you pull it away and then out. So you're gonna twist it away from the bottle and then pull the nipple out after. And there we go, we got both motors out. At this point, we just have to hold this crap out of our way and then fish this guy up and out. This is extra dumb. No matter what I do, this stupid reservoir is in the way. Now we have to dump power steering fluid on my floor, which is gonna piss me off, but whatever. Undo that clamp, grab a set of these from Harbor Freight, twist the hose. As it pops off, what you're going to want to do is route it up and over this so that the reservoir doesn't just dump all over the floor. If you leave it like this, it's going to dump out. So we can minimize the dumping by getting this to be the high point, which means we have to pull it off, slide it over, and come up here. Now we have clearance, and now we can pull the reservoir out. We have plenty of room to get our hands in now. We have that clip. We're going to push down there and then slide off the connector. This is the level sensor on the bottom. So you're just going to wiggle the hell out of it. Pull it out like so. We have a new rubber seal on the new one. So now we're going to grab this and slide it into the new one. I'm going to grab a little bit of wheel bearing grease and lube this so that it actually slides in nice. I got the wheel bearing grease on there a little bit. So what I'm going to do is wiggle, 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 twist. And the seal needs to go all the way down seated. So we're going to push, push, wiggle, wiggle. Boom. There we go. And then this still turns a little bit so we can get the connector back on. At this point, we have this in. These were already pre-installed. Do not rotate these until you install this, because they're going to get caught up in the vehicle and you're going to snap these off. So keep them flat like this as you're sliding this in the reverse way that you took it out. And now you can reach down and rotate them the 90 degrees. While you have it in the general area, you can reach your arm in easier and plug these two motors in. Should hear a click when you push down. Plug in the two lines, tug on them to make sure they're not going to come apart. At this point, we need to get everything lined up, and I'm going to start by getting the 2 bolts down there threaded, at least 2 or 3 threads. Then I'm going to come up here, mount this with a push clip, and then I'm going to go back down there and torque those 2 down. Now that this is in its place, you want to hurry up and put back the power steering lines. Now it's going to stop leaking everywhere, and we can use a pair of pliers and put that clamp back. Reinstall this bracket with the power steering reservoir. This overflow is damaged, but you're gonna slide this back in the groove here. I need to obviously put a zip tie around this, but you should just be able to slide it in and it locks. Put your clip in after getting those 2 on the bottom, a few threads in. If you want, if you want this to go smoother and cost less, just take the whole bumper off, because getting your hands in here, the power steering line's kind of in the way of the side bolt, so you have to like finagle your way in there. Now that this clips in, we're going to go down below and tighten those 2 10 mils as tight as you think you should have them. There's no real torque spec. You're squeezing plastic, so just make it tight, don't go crazy. After tightening the 2 screws in there, reinstall your fog light. Reinstall your inner wheel well liner. Put your wheel back on. I am just going to fill this up a little bit so that I can test it and make sure it squirts. Hopefully this video saved you some time, aggravation, and money. It was kind of annoying. Dumping power steering fluid for no reason is annoying. So, Honda wants to make everything hard, and it is what it is. So, like, share, subscribe, put a comment below. Tell me I'm fat and ugly. Help me with the algorithm, please. And I'll see you on Patreon, and I'll see you in the next one. Wrench on.